You know, we've had a pretty interesting week. From the flag burning executive order to the 600,000 Chinese student migrants to Britain just being Britain, always to the two girls in Scotland. And, you know, the one linking factor on all of these lovely ideas is the people making the decisions for why, like, you know, why it has to be this way are the exact same people that have absolutely fucked the younger generations. And I'm saying this as the statistical anomaly. Like, I'm under 30, I'm getting married, and I have a house. I have a very good job. I'm the statistical anomaly, and I know that for an absolute fact because you can look at the charts and you go, okay, Gen Z men are fucked. They're absolutely unequivocally fucked. They have been left behind. Nobody cares. And they are going to see what happens. Actually, we're seeing what happens. It's called population collapse. You're seeing a lack of participation in the workforce. You're seeing a lack of caring about the future of the country. But then you're also seeing a rise in people heading back to traditional institutions. Like Christianity is one of the prime examples of it. You're seeing the first uptick in Christian conversions in 30 years, I think. It's insane. So this idea of secularism in the West is finally starting to fucking die again. Thank the heavens. And you want to know who pushed the secularism? The boomer class. Of course. Because they have to rebel against their parents, against everybody. It's awful. It's awesome. They had no kids, right? They had no kids, and then once they come to look and see, oh, hey, we had no kids because millennials are way smaller than the boomers, they go, fuck, we're not going to have enough people to man these jobs. So then they start mass importing migrants. I got my hair cut today. I think there was 1 or 2 white people there the entire time. It's like, what the fuck? Nobody is doing there are no native-born Americans that can do the job because there just are no native-born Americans. It's insane that this is where we are at. And why are we here? Because the most selfish, fucking self-absorbed people on the planet were born, and they were able to vote themselves the most amount of power, the most amount of wealth. Every step of their lives, they were able to twist the government to make their lives easier. So right now, we have the most devalued labor market since serfdom. Like, it's fucking crazy how shit your wages are compared to where they should be, just purely off of productivity, let alone for the standard idea of inflation and proper wage growth and blah blah blah, you know? Because back when the boomers were fucking growing up, you could buy 1.8 ounces of gold, right? Which was a week off of their wages, right? Which is really fucking good. What's 1.8 ounces of gold now? Like 5 fucking grand? 6 grand a week? That's fucking insane, dude. I would be tickled pink to be making 5+ grand a week before taxes. Or after taxes. But it doesn't matter. It'll never happen. Because if the labor market actually followed what it was supposed to follow and didn't get devalued by mass migration and wage suppression, because it's a lovely thing. We have all these antitrust laws on the books, but, well, if we hit them with antitrust lawsuits, then their stock will go down. And if their stock goes down, I lose money. Fuck. Oh my god. Well, the good news is the ones that make it through, and I'm not jerking my own dick here, fuck tooting your own horn, but the ones that make it through this on the other side will be the strong men that create the good times. We will see the pendulum swing back. The sun will shine on us again, you know? Because at the end of the day, you cannot, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how shit, you cannot let them win. Because they don't deserve it. Like, so the easiest example right now is I know a fucking boomer, right? He's 73 years old, right? Refuses to retire, is still working, and he's so old he cannot ride his Harley, right? Right. I look at him, his Harley's been parked outside for the last 6 months. I look at him and go, hey, man, I'll buy that off of you. And he goes, cool, $6,000. I'm like, what? It's a 30-year-old Harley. Why would I ever pay $6,000 for that? Well, it's what it's worth. Like, yeah, I'm good. All right. Proceeds to sit outside for 6 months. After that's over. Hey, I'll buy that off of you. That's $4,000 now. I'm like, it's been sitting outside for 6 months though. Yeah, well, it's a good Harley. I'm like, I'd give you $1,000 for it. All right. And in the nicest way possible, because he is a fine person. When you die, I'm going to buy your fucking legacy for pennies on the dollar. Because you deserve it, because you did this to yourself. Instead of relinquishing what you had to the younger generations and passing on your legacy and being remembered in a good light, you will be remembered as a greedy bastard who went to the grave clutching his millions. It means nothing to me. Your legacy means nothing to any of us. It's like the classic car market's the easiest example. In the last 6 months, we have watched all the classic cars devalue by tens of thousands, if not 20 or thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Right? I know somebody who picked up a fucking working condition. It ain't mint. It ain't no showstopper, but it's a Sunday driver Bel Air for $2,000. Do you know how absolutely insane that is? There is no market for the classic cars anymore. There is no market for the houses. We've been priced out of the housing market by their fucking incestuous greed. You are going to see a reckoning like no other. And it can't come soon enough, to be honest. The only downside is I bought a house before it happened, so I'm gonna get fucked in the process. But I don't care either, you know. Like I'll rent this house to my brother or my sister or my friends. It doesn't matter. I'll rent it out and go do something else while I wait for the prices to come back up to sell it. Because I ain't selling to fucking BlackRock like everybody else and their mother does. And it's pathetic that those corporations even exist, right? And I look at my dad and I go, hey, man, you know, I think BlackRock shouldn't exist. I think it's bad that it exists. I think we should ban corporations from buying single-family homes. Because there's no reason for them to own single-family homes for rental. They should not be corporate landlords, you know? I think that's evil and wrong. I think if you're going to be a rental property owner, blah, 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 right? You should have a very, very finely regulated market on it, you know? Because right now there isn't. Like, you should have duplexes or triplexes, apartment. Like, they're meant to be rented. They're not meant to be... Single-family homes are not meant to be fucking rented, dude. I don't understand the disconnect there. Aside from, well, it's a home, and homes mean mortgage, and mortgage mean money, right? Oh, speaking of that, too, I also go, it should be illegal. It should be, and I believe this through and through, that compounding interest on mortgages should be illegal as fuck. There's no good argument against it. I am going to be paying close to a fucking $750,000 for a $250,000 home over 30 years. There is no good argument against that, or for that. Like, seriously. Aside from, well, I had to do it, so you have to. That's retarded. This is retarded. That's literally what one of the boomers said to me when I brought this up. He goes, well, it's just the way it is. And we had to do it, so it'd be unfair to us. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Your entire job as the elder generation is to make life better for the people who come after you. Why do you not have the ability to do that? Why do you have to sit here and be so god damn selfish, man? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I've also had another one tell me that housing is a luxury. It's like, hey man, you know what else is a luxury? Not having a bunch of fighting age men show you why they're called fighting age men. Like, you want to see the ancient civilizations figured it out really well, and the downfall of the boomers is they didn't figure it out. Is you have to give 18 to 30-year-old men something to live for. Otherwise, they will be swept up in anything that gives them purpose, you know? My main point to say that is less than 15% of under 30-year-olds own homes. That's down from 50% of boomers. less than, it's super low actually. There's a high percentage of virgin 30-year-olds. There's a even higher percentage of non-married 30-year-olds. Like, you are coming to see that these young men have nothing to live for except for make money. And that's no existence. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to toil away for 40 years. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. So if you're gonna look and go, well, housing is unobtainable and it's your fault because you didn't work harder for a luxury, it's like, you're gonna get some funny mustache man-esque figure rising up, showing these men that, oh hey, just because the law says you can't steal these people's property, doesn't mean you can't steal these people's property. At a certain point, you can look and just go, yeah, screw it. We're gonna forcibly take your single-family homes from you and flood the market. At a certain point, that's what's gonna happen. They don't understand. They'll never understand that they're the reason for their own downfall. They're the reason for the desecration of this country. They can't take accountability, and it's pathetic. It doesn't matter. Turn to God. Rejoin the church. Go back to church. Trust me. It'll make everything better. Here nor there.